guys, so today we're going to work on some fun transitions involving the handstand. So let's warm up the spine, the shoulders quickly, and then we'll get into some of these fun transitions. All right, so let's come onto the hands to the knees. Let's come to child's pose first. Little stretch here. Take a few breaths. And then let's separate the knees, reach the arms forward, get a little shoulder stretch. Maybe lift the chin, come onto the fingers. And then slide the hands back, push down, little extra stretch of the shoulders, left arm up. Threading the left shoulder through, look up, little twist. Right hand in the hip, shift back. Second side, right arm reaching up. Let's take the right hand through. Little twist, hand on the sacrum. Maybe in the crease of the hip. Oof, and shift back. Let's pause, little cat-cow, open the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And then curl and round. Flat back. And then tuck the toes, downward facing. Right away, let's get into the legs. Pedal out the feet a little bit. And then let's shift forward into plank pose. Let's stretch the wrist, turn the right fingers backwards, squeeze, belly in, and then kind of shift back to downward facing, and then shift forward again, switch hands. Let's go left hand back, fingers stretch, pull the belly in, shorten the downward facing when you're coming back. Just stretch the wrists. And then shift back to plank, squeeze. Return the hands, shift to downward. Now let's shift to plank. Squeeze everything, lower to chaturanga. Breathe, big inhale all the way through, upward facing stretch. And scooping it back. Stretching the legs and the shoulders. Again, scoop it forward, lower to chaturanga, roll over the toes for upward facing, and then scoop it back. One more like that. Breathe. Scoop it forward, squeeze, lower to chaturanga, big inhale all the way through. Strong arms, strong legs. Trying to let the legs touch. Pull it up and back, and bend the knees. Flip the toes. Let's walk the feet into the hands. Grab the elbows first. Feel the length. Bend the knees, fingers to the floor, flat back. Rise up. Reach up. Let's bring the hands back. Separate the feet. A little wider, open, and fold. Little bend in the knees, straighten, keep it going. Release in the hands in the back of the neck. And let's roll ragdoll up. Reach up. Shake out the feet, shake out the wrists. Reach up. Fold in. Round and ragdoll up again. And round and fold. Coming into a little squat. Stretching the inside of the hips. Lift the heart. The shoulders, little stretch of the neck. Left hand in front, right hand reaching. Left hand wrapping, switch, right hand wrap. Release. So let's take it back to downward facing. Big stretch of the legs. Now we're gonna work on floating up. So again, this is a little handstand class, so we're gonna practice floating up. So my suggestion is use the wall behind you when you do these little float ups. They take time, lots of power in the legs, the arms have to be straight and locked out, and the gaze just in front of the fingers. All right, I'm gonna turn around so I have more space. So spread the fingers, legs nice and strong. You can keep bringing them together. Look forward. Go ahead and bend the knees. And jump up. Try to get a little height. Don't worry about the feet going up over the head. And then try it again. Look forward. Heels lift. Bend and jump. Try to get the hips up. Okay? Let's do that a couple more times. Breathe. Strong straight arms. Look forward, lift. Hips start to lift. And back down. So the idea is always look in front of the fingers. Don't bend the arms out to the side. Keep them straight. Now we're going to float all the way up. Again, use that wall if you need it. So shift, bend, float. Maybe this time you add a little straddle. Get a little hang time, hold, push. You can bring the legs together if you like. Again, that, how I almost fell. Definitely keep the wall behind you if that's making you uncomfortable. And then shift down and fold. Let's take a little squat. So yes, wall is everything unless you feel absolutely fine flipping over, okay? So let's do one more. Feet back, strong straight arms. Breathe, heels up, gaze in front of those fingers. Don't bend the elbows and float. Engage the legs. Lock out the knees, shoulders push. Maybe you bring the legs together or just keep them wide. And then you bring the legs down, slowly if you can. And then you fold at the top of the mat. And then come up. Okay? It's intense, it's a lot, it takes so much energy. Have fun with it again. Anytime you want to learn a new skill, it takes a lot of time. So get ready to do hundreds of these, okay? So now let's move on. So, a little bit of switch kicking fun. Right leg reaching up and back, stretch. I'm gonna tap my toe to the wrist first and then bring it up. Now I'm gonna look forward, shorten up my stance, and get ready to float up, okay? Left knee bends, kick, use the wall, strong legs, switch feet. Try to land on that right foot. Pause. Pull the knee in for a moment and then step it all the way back. You can set up a lunge or drop the heel. Scoop the belly in, take a warrior one. Hands come down, step it back, take a chaturanga all the way over. Scoop it back. Let's do second side. Left leg reaches up. Adjust the stance. I'm shortening everything up. Okay? You want to kind of have the shoulders pretty far forward. So instead of being way back here in down dog, for this one, step the foot forward and bring the shoulders forward. It's going to make it easier. Make sure a wall is there to help. You're going to bend the knee, kick, find the balance, and start to switch. Now we're going to land on the opposite leg. Bring it down, pause. You can pull the knee in, a little stretch, step it back, take a lunge, step the left foot forward, breathe. You can drop the back heel, take a warrior one, reach up. Hands to the floor, square it off, step it back, chaturanga. all the way over. Scoop it back. Stretch. Let's go again. Right leg up. Remember, shorten the stance. We're going to float over the shoulders. So bring the shoulders forward. Now the left knee's bending, right leg stays completely straight. Okay? Remember, if you want to toe tap the wrist first to get a little practice, go for it. Now, shoulders forward, bend the left knee, and kick. Slowly squeezing the butt. Switch. Strong legs. Start to land on that right foot. Pause. Maybe this time we take a warrior one and just breathe. Maybe even bend the knees. Try to find a little balance. You can even come up. Hold the knee. Reach up. Take it back. Balance. Bring the fingers to the floor. Stretch. Pause. Bring both feet forward for a moment. And then go ahead and step back. We'll switch sides. Let's take the left leg up. Breathe, stretch. Maybe even tap the toes to the wrist. Working on the compression. Stretching the back of the legs. All right. Get ready. Left leg is up. I'm shortening the distance between my hands and my feet. I'm looking forward. My shoulders are already over my wrists. Wall behind you as needed. Bend the right knee. Left leg stays straight. Get ready to switch. Push out of those shoulders. Keep looking at the fingers. Land on the left foot. Maybe take a warrior three. Squeeze the right butt. Pause. Hands to the heart. Left knee is bent. Maybe straighten that leg. Let's come to standing. Pull the belly in. Hands around the knee. You can even grab the toe. Let's take it back. Fingers to the floor. Little stretch. Yogi's choice. You can step it back or bring both feet down. Or whatever you like. I'm going to step it back. All right, let's do all that one more time. Both sides. Ready? Right leg lifts and squeezes. Chest is open. Shoulders forward. Bend the left knee. Kick. Get ready to switch. Use the wall. Land on the right foot. Pause. Let's take a warrior one. Outer left foot drops. Pull the belly in. Reach. Hands down. Step it back. Chata. All the way over. Scoop it back. Second side. Breathe. Left leg reaching. Remember, we shorten up the stance. Shoulders kind of rocking forward. Look down at the fingers. Bend the right knee only. Left leg stays straight. Kick. Take a couple hops if you need to. Breathe. Remember, if the arms bend, it's going to be a challenge. Lock them out. Straighten them. Push. Breathe. Use the wall too. Switch. Push. Let's land on that left foot. Let's take the right foot back. Drop the heel. Scoop it up. Round. Reach. Warrior one. Hands to the floor. Step it back. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Scoop it back. Drop the knees for a little rest. So now let's do a couple more fun little transitions. The most common handstand transitions to me are, like I said, what we did, floating from the back of the mat to the top. Also doing that little switch kick that we did. Right leg up, switch, kick up, switch legs, land on the right foot, either warrior one or warrior three. Now, let's do a couple of arm balance play, okay? So let's start with Bakasana. Everyone here, this is an advanced class, so Bakasana is most probably common, or everyone kind of knows Bakasana. So feel free to use a strap we're gonna work on the lower. Handstand, Bakasana. Take your strap. Again, if you don't all need the strap, this is if you're learning this. Okay, place the strap around the wrists and then place them just above the elbows. Okay, here we go. Use the wall too if you need it. Get ready. We're gonna kick up any way you like. All right. You can do a 2-foot takeoff, whatever feels good. Bend the knees, or single foot, doesn't matter. You're gonna bend, kick up, breathe, maybe straighten the legs, push out of the feet, push out of the knees, strong legs. Now I'm gonna practice pulling my knees in. Start rounding the upper back. Imagine you're pulling your knees all the way into the armpits. And then maybe see if you can send it back up. Now, the wall, have it behind you if you need it. Again, start to pull the knees in. Start rounding right when you're at the top. Try to keep the knees apart and feet together. Okay, as you land, the shoulders go forward and you look forward. Way forward and up. And then land. So, sorry, my nose started to itch. Definitely have to go forward, way more than you think, okay? So let's do that again. This time I'm gonna do it without the strap. Okay, one more time. Breathe, bring the legs together. Remember, knees in first. Then start to separate them, but keep the ankles touching and toes touching. Toes curl up to the ceiling. Now you want to keep those toes curled up as you tuck. Shoulders forward, gaze forward. And land. So the idea is you want to always think about, at that last second when you're about to land, you want to control it down, but you want to imagine you're going to look up because you're lowering, you want to lift the head up the very last second to really get those knees back on the arms. All right, so let's stretch the wrists. Hands under the feet. All right, wrists get a big beating, as we know, with handstands. So, what are some other common handstand transitions we can do? So let's work on the straddle. I'm going to take the straddle and try to lower it to the back of the arms. Essentially, the concept is reverse TT-Basana. It's going to be, when we land, it's going to be a lot lower than the arms would normally be in a TT-Basana. So I think of it as more like a straddle land on the back of the arms. Okay? Again, the whole control concept is still happening. You have to round the back. Okay, same thing you do when you're doing Bakasana. Okay? So let's do a 2-foot takeoff. Spreading fingers and spreading the toes. I'm going to look forward and breathe, right? Lift the heels, bend the knees, float, strong arms. Take a little straddle and just land on the outside of the feet, okay? Let's do that again. Remember, the arms don't bend. Look forward, strong arms, heels lift, bend, float. Add that straddle in, squeeze, and then slowly bring the legs to the outside of the feet. Pause and land. All right? Let's step it back. Here we go again. This time we're going to work on the land. Heels up, bend, straddle, shoulders push, breathe, find that line. Now I'm going to hinge. Now my butt goes down, chest forward, gaze forward, strong legs. And I'm imagining like curling my lower body. Breathe. Try not to fall. Then you can bring the butt down. The idea is to keep curling, maybe even grab the toes or the outside of the feet. Okay? Take a little rest, maybe a little Bakasana. Again, let's also work on that pancake fold. So get that stretch, chest forward. This is key for your straddle down. Okay? So let's do one more of those. Again, the idea is you want to be able to hold the straddle in the air. It's going to be tricky if the wall's there, so I would just have either a couch in front of you or something just in case you are worried about falling, maybe a pillow, but having a wall could be tricky if you're going too far into the wall, but you could still use the wall. Okay, here we go. Downward facing, shorten the stance, strong arms, spread fingers. Remember, we're looking for straddle. Breathe, heels lift. Gazes forward, straddle those legs, point the toes. Stay in that straddle, start to squeeze the butt. Now, keep the straddle going. The hips kind of start going back. You see the compression as the feet go down. Lock out the knees and keep pushing out of the shoulders and round. Look forward. And pause. Take it to the butt. Try to grab the feet. And then a little rest. Maybe a forward fold. All right. Breathe. So we've done a lot. We've done so far switch kicks. We've done floating from the back of the mat to the top. We've done handstand to Bakasana. We've done handstand to TT Basana. Technically, it's not like full TT, but we work towards that. So let's just add a couple more and we're almost, it's exhausting, okay? So let's work Handstand 2, all right? So I'm gonna show you, we just do a quick pre-stretch, okay? So let's come to downward facing. Step the right foot forward, back heel down, okay? Maybe straighten into that front leg a little bit. Let's come down to the elbows. This will help stretch the left hip flexor first. You can even relax the knee. Look forward. Deep stretch, open the shoulder. Maybe bend the knee. Now, I'm assuming you guys, if we're doing this transition, you already know Kundi 2, okay? But let's stretch and do the arm balance just to prepare. All right, we also want to straighten the front leg and work the hamstring. So let's slide this leg forward, get a little split, because it's key to have that leg stretched. Maybe roll down, get the chest down if you can, maybe grab that right ankle, maybe even reach back for the left foot with the right hand, and maybe even lift up. This will help you with your landing. Okay, breathe. And then shift back. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do the arm balance quick, since we already know it. Deep stretch into that front leg. Go ahead and snuggle the shoulder underneath. Get ready. Keep that right foot straight for a minute. So you can either do bent front knee, okay? Look forward and shift the weight. Start there and then straighten the front leg. Keep it bent if you like, then straighten. You can also bend the back and straighten the front. Okay? Again, my suggestion is get those splits so your Handstand 2 looks nice. All right? Setting up the second side. Downward facing. Big stretch of the left leg up. Curl in. Shift the leg back. Bring the knee down. Turn the left toes out, stretch it. Elbows. Deep stretch. Reach back the left hand. Find the foot. Really work into that hip flexor. You're going to need it for the arm balance. And then release the foot. Now slowly shift, straighten the left leg. Let's get into this hamstring. Now we're going to slide forward. Remember, big front splits help this pose. So shift the weight. Really work into this split. Breathe. Let's fold in. Grab the foot. Maybe reach back and bending that back leg. Again, not required if you feel it. Right hand, left ankle, left hand, right foot. Stretch, maybe lift the leg. And release. Just get ready to shift back. Now set up the balance, bend the knee first, tuck the back toe under. Let's slide the leg under, the shoulder under. We'll bend that front knee. Remember, you can bend the front knee or straighten it. My suggestion is bend it first. Elbows in. Remember, the elbow is supported, this left elbow supports most of the weight. The right arm is free. Shift the weight, back leg lifting. Go ahead and bend the front knee, look forward. Don't drop the head, and then start to straighten the left leg. Breathe, look up. All right, so there's a big tendency in this pose. I understand why, where the head kind of falls and then the ear comes to the floor. I see that all the time. The chest should be up. The head is up, okay? So the ear is not on the floor. The shoulders aren't on the floor. The chest is up. Again, that's a strength thing. It comes over time. All right, so now we're gonna work for the handstand. So my suggestion, we're gonna do this slowly, is bend, bend, and bend. Even though we straightened for the full, we're gonna bend a lot when we go from the handstand, okay? So, let's get ready. Take the left leg up first, because it will stay up, all right? I'm gonna bend the front knee, kick. Go ahead and bend that top leg. Keep the front knee bent. This is gonna be the easiest way to go. First, push out of the shoulders. Now think about scorpion as you land. Top leg scorpioning. And land. Now straighten. Now straighten. Chest up. Okay? So what I'm saying is let that top leg, the one that you're keeping up there, do the work for you. You're gonna let it linger. Keep it up there as long as you can. Bend it over your head. Think scorpion, chest up. That will make this lower so easy, so much easier, okay? It's a little secret. One more time. Breathe. I'm going left leg first because it's the one that's gonna stay high. Kick it up. Go ahead and bend that leg over. Bring the bottom leg out to the side. All right, you can bend the knee. Think scorpion, start to look up. And then straighten the legs as you land, okay? Again, you can keep them bent as you land if you want, all right? We're gonna do the other side just to kind of mix it up, all right? It's intense, I'm breathing hard. So here we go, other side. So the leg that lingers is gonna be the one I wanna put up first. All right, so this side, I'm gonna send my right leg up. Okay? Here we go. Strong arms, bend, kick. Remember, keeping that top leg up. Bring this leg out to the side, bend it as well. Think almost like a double stag. Think scorpion, chest up, top leg stays over. Land. Straighten the legs, chest up, breathe. There you go. So one side's gonna be so much easier. For me, it was the first side. It's okay. It just takes practice. So you get the idea of keeping that top leg up. I'm gonna show this side one more time. It takes a lot of practice, but that will help tremendously when you keep that top leg up. So one more time on the side. Remember that, let's kick up the leg that you're gonna linger up, keep up. So on this side, it'll be right leg up. Shift the weight, bend and kick. Keep that top leg. Swing this leg out to the side. Again, you can do this one straight if you like. You can also keep it bent. Maybe on this side, I'll keep it straight just to show. Top leg is in scorpion. Chest forward. And then as I land, I straighten the legs. Okay? Again, for this one too, you could also use a strap. I'm not using a strap for all the poses because you know, at the end of the day, you need to take the strap off, but you get the idea. Okay? So the same goes for Kuniyasana 1. It's a much harder pose because you have to twist the leg across. I'm going to show it to you briefly. We don't have a ton of time. I'm going to show you the twist. So, down dog. I'm going to take the right leg up. Now I'm going to twist the leg across. Twist, twist, twist. Knee hooks. Shift. Back leg lifts. And then down. All right? Other side. Left leg reaches. Belly scoops. Twist, knee deep, deep, deep twist. Scoop, hook, lean, back leg lifts, front leg lift, straightens. And then release. Okay? I find this pose much more advanced from a handstand perspective. And that scooping action is pretty intense. Okay, so, but what I like about it is the lower is really similar to the lower for the first one, so I figured I'd show you really quick. Same concept with the top leg in that sort of scorpion position. The bottom leg is just twisting across. Again, feel free to make sure you dial in the Kundi 2 before you do this transition, okay? Here we go. So, it's actually, right leg up because we're twisting. So shift, kick. And remember, we're keeping this top leg over, bottom leg twists. I'm gonna bend this knee in, top leg in half scorpion. Start with a little double stag. And start twisting. And leaning. Land and then straighten. And then release. Okay, so that helps so much, especially when you're learning this transition. It's so hard. It took me, goodness knows, 10 years to get this. So if you're like so afraid of landing, this one's intense on the wrists. Please skip this one if you feel like your wrist can't handle it. And maybe get a spot, but also use a strap. Okay, no, there's no shame in that. I'm gonna show you the other side. I struggle with this side, but I'm showing you anyway. Remember, top leg, half scorpion, okay? So shift, figure out which leg stays up. All right, in this case, because I'm twisting to the left, my left leg stays up. Okay, I'm gonna kick up. Keep that top leg in half, scorpion, chest open. Watch my bottom knee. I'm starting to twist it across. Hollow it in. Bring it into the chest. And land it. Squeeze, and then straighten. Okay? Breathe. In my opinion, there's no need to go into trying to do straight legs, especially when you're learning this transition. So, and this class was really a class in how to, not necessarily like perfect it, but just how to start working into these transitions. Okay, so we've done Bakasana, the Titibasana, both Kundi 1 and 2. Remember, we did 2 first, 2's easier, and 1. And really, that's a lot. And we've done switch kicks, and we've done float up to the top of the mat. I think those are really the most, I would say series 1. I'm gonna do another video or class doing more transitions, but I feel like that's plenty for the first handstand transition series, okay? So let's come to our back, get a little stretch. So lie back, squeeze the knees all the way in. Just gonna twist, knees to the left, and then knees to the right. Let's do a happy baby. Grab the outside of the feet. And release the feet. We'll do a little bridge pose. Scoop out the belly, release. One more. Scoop it up. And out. Knees in. Let's relax. Little pull of the neck forward. Rest. Knees together, knees apart, feet together.